Welcome, everyone, to episode 35 of the Cosmere Reads. I'm your host, Alan, and I'm sick, along with our other co-hosts.
Oh, no, we're not sick. Just you.
Just me. Got Alondo, Doughboy, Scott Stank, and all the names, and Will. Will, master of the cannons from Sea of Thieves. We kind of, I don't know.
You got a promotion.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. So I've been sick, but I'm still muscling through and doing this and still drinking whiskey. So hey, whatever.
Power through.
Yeah. Let me just check.
The drink will help you.
That's what they say. So they say. What is it? Cough syrup. Oh, grandpa's cough syrup. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah. So again, it actually works better.
What's that?
If you chug it, it actually works better.
It works better than just sipping on it. Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
So they say.
We'll see. So if you don't understand me, it's not because I'm drunk. It's because I'm sick. I'm blaming it on the sickness, not the drinking.
There you go, Iris. Hot toddy. There it is.
Hot toddy. There you go.
Always a winner. Yes.
Yeah. So, quick announcements. Nothing from us per se, but the Will Reads has moved recording nights. We are no longer recording on Tuesdays for the Will Reads. We will be recording on Mondays due to scheduling conflicts, and that's going to be indefinitely, not just for tomorrow, but indefinitely on Mondays.
Got it.
So I'll be doing back-to-back podcast recordings. It's going to be like 3 late nights in a row. Well, this isn't. No, the podcast doesn't go late, but 3 things in a row. I have this, and then I got the Will Reads, and then Tuesday nights the new release for the new season for Sea of Thieves, which means I don't know if Will's going to join me, but I'm definitely going to be diving and
I'll be there.
He's reluctant, but he'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll check it out.
What time is it on Mondays, Alan?
What is that?
What time is it on Mondays?
Same time, 9:00.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah, and then we play Sea of Thieves whenever I get the kids to bed. So
sweet, whatever. Good deal.
But other than that, not too much else new. So just Mondays going forward. Ian has some early Wednesday morning work meetings that he just didn't want to Tuesdays anymore. So we moved it, and that worked for everybody.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Doesn't matter to me really. What day we record, as long as it's not, interfere with this.
How early we talking about though?
I don't know. I don't know.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I have a 7:30 meeting every morning with my job because I'm in charge of the on-call group. But I'm also the kind of idiot that only sleeps 4 hours a night though.
Yeah, same here. I don't sleep much, and I usually have early morning meetings too. Like I'm up early anyway because I have kids. So we're up at like the crack of dawn anyway because the kids are waking me up, and I have to get them ready for school because I take my son to school and get his lunch together and dressed and out of the house. So it's early morning for me every morning. So I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just like whatever. I don't care. So Mondays it is. And that's it for announcements. As anything for you guys? Anything going on? I know, Will, you got to go see a NFL football, sports ball game.
Yeah, I went to my first playoff game yesterday with the Ravens. That was fun. Still recovering. My voice is gone from yelling. I'm a Washington fan, but my wife and all her family are Ravens, so I was a Ravens fan for the day, and it was a good time. Yeah. I was gonna say, don't forget to like if you truly like the videos and subscribe and all that good stuff. I was noticing I need to go through and like them myself, but we appreciate any help we can get there for the YouTube.
Good point. I need to do that. Thank you, Will. I need that reminder. Thank you.
Yeah, help
I had to thank Tara on that one. She was like, "Hey, I've noticed people aren't liking it, so maybe want to mention that."
There you go. Actually,
likes.
Smash it. So this one. Have you subscribed? It'd be a lot cool if you did.
Haven't subscribed. Emotional damage.
I used to play these banners all the time, and I always forget to now. It also helps. Like we used to have like a lot. Like we used to have one of our mods from Discord like help out in the background and hit buttons during the show, which makes it a lot easier for me because I'm going back and forth between notes and book and chat and then all these buttons, and it's a lot. So. If anyone wants to be behind the scenes and hit buttons, they're more than welcome to.
That's right. We need a button masher.
Yeah, anyone wants to push buttons.
There you go.
I'm happy to have you come and push buttons.
Now hiring button masters.
Yeah, button masters.
Apply within.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, of course, Alondo, you just got back from the islands, right? So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
St. Lucia. Yes, yes. A little mini vacation with the wife. A week down to St. Lucia. 80 degrees. It was.
Yeah,
it was great. I mean, and it made up for the fact that I had to work throughout all of Christmas and New Year's. So I got like no New Year's Eve, no nothing.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
I needed it. Yeah. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, good times.
That's fun. Yeah. Yes. I need a vacation.
Make it happen. I'm sure. Not that I have to encourage you. You'll make it happen.
No. The problem with me is it's not work. It's kids. It's like,
of course,
I need a vacation without kids. And that's the hard part.
Right.
That's where it gets complicated. That's what Jordan Con's for. But I'd like to go on vacation with my wife if I could. We'll figure something out. I think we got one coming up in the fall. But yeah. So, anyways, still a long ways away. So, you guys ready? Chapter 10?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll try to read it. But the epigraph. Nuggets of pure allomancy, the power of preservation itself. Why Rashek left one of those nuggets in the Well Ascension, I don't know. Perhaps he didn't see it, or perhaps it was intended to save it to bestow upon a fortunate servant. Perhaps he feared that someday he would lose his power, and he would need the nugget to grant him allomancy. Either way, I bless Rashek for his oversight. For without the nugget, Ellen would have died that day at the well.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you listen and don't read, I will say preservation is capitalized.
Oh, I knew preservation was a thing because it comes up later.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, thoughts about this opening to this chapter? Because we talked about the nugget last time, and now like I love it how like Alondo brings up these thoughts like our Will does each episode, and like it's immediately answered in the epigraphs. This book, like last book, wasn't doing that, but like this book is totally doing it every single time.
I feel like it's like it reads my mind.
And here's your answer.
You know what question Alondo's probably going to ask? Epigraph time, and I swear that happens 3 times in these chapters, and I hate it. I'm like, I try to be like, I figured something out. It's like the next chapter is like ruined. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. You got me.
Yeah. So we get one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character's point of view this chapter. We're with Sazed.
Your boy Sazed.
Sazed is a sad boy, though.
Oh, man. I called him Emo Sazed in this whole chapter. I called him, I literally put it in quotes on my iPad. Emo Sazed, man.
Yeah, Sazed is not doing well. I mean, it's been a year since all the events of the fall or the attack on Luthadel.
Yeah, the siege.
And the death but he's just still he like we talked about last time. There's his in the spotlight losing his religion, some REM references. He just never recovered from that. Like he's just like, I don't know what my purpose in life is anymore. Like none of it's real. None of it matters.
Yeah.
And he's still trying to think about religions a little bit. Well, Breeze is trying to egg him on. It's like, what, you all got one of your religions for me? And so it's like, no, I don't really. And they bring up Lars Tasium, which revolved around financial donations to create art that increased mankind's understanding of divinity. Lars Tasium. I don't know.
I thought it was interesting that like he was working through it himself, and like he mentioned he didn't find any contradictions, so he like hadn't written this one off yet. And then Breeze comes in and starts, kind of egging him on. And like as soon as that dialogue's over, he's like, "Yeah, there's a contradiction. Screw this."
Yep.
And like signs off, not a valid religion, puts it back in his little stack of papers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was almost like he was like working through it and getting to a point where he was going back to like believing in something again.
Mm-hmm.
But then Breeze came in and was like, God damn it, screw this.
Yeah, he pushed them a little too hard or something. Oh, his guy lighter. Yes.
It's on point.
and the hair flip from the South Park dudes. You know, they have the emo guy, so you got the hair flip thing he does all the time.
Yeah.
There's
a YouTuber, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like these goth emo kids, and they go to like really fun things and like film themselves like at Disney World and stuff like that. Like it's like this whole thing. Like
I swear, I think I've
funny.
seen this.
It's really funny because they do the same character the entire time. They're like,
yes, I have seen it. Oh my god, yeah, they like walk around like moping the whole time. I know I've seen this. Oh,
there's like a giant parade going on. They're like.
They like turn their back on it, like whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Anyways, so if my wife was into Taylor Swift, I would definitely go and cosplay an emo guy to a Taylor Swift concert. Just all black eyeliner, black fingernails, and just stand in the corner the entire time.
The fact
like,
you would pay the money to get them expensive tickets because of that Ticketmaster price gouging situation.
And just go into full
just like meh the whole time.
Yeah,
just your my wife calls it my non-plus face. Just non-plus the whole time, like meh. Meh. I mean, you are singing.
I think it'd be a great use of money.
The best.
That'd be amazing. So Sazed and Breeze, they're arguing or at least debating about the existence of supernatural forces and going on, because what caused the volcanic activity and the killer mist? Is it some form of religion? Is it a god? Is it a deity? But like you said, after the whole argument and everything, Sazed just rejects it, saying, it's not viable due to ongoing massive natural disasters.
Yeah, Sazed discounting the idea of ruin for a second here is like kind of weird. It's like he's not only discounting religions, he's discounting the stuff that Vin has said.
Right.
He is like really demoralized right now. He's in a dark place.
Yeah. Yep. So they finally catch up and they reach the army and they're greeted by Arleon. Our favorite little pink puff.
Yes. Power prissy pants girlfriend.
Breeze is like, oh shit.
Well, he's kind of like shit, but he's kind of okay to kind of see her. It's like he's juggling that, right?
It's like the high school like guy that's like in a brand new relationship, but like doesn't want to show the boys that like he's into this girl. So he's like, oh hey, it's you.
Hey, whatever.
Oh,
hey, sweetie.
Cool. Yeah. Good times. And Vin shows up as well here. And Sazed tells Vin that he's really depressed after losing Tendwell and all this stuff. And Vin tries to encourage him and help him out, even though Vin's a total mess as well. I mean, she's probably better now than she was in the beginning of the books, but she has her baggage.
She sounds much better now than she was before.
Oh yeah, but she still has her baggage. It's not gone.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then Vin leaves the picture of the flower that belonged to Mare, and she followed the Larsta religion as well. So,
yep.
Kind of like a nod to Sazed, like keep trying, Sazed, keep it up, like you'll find your purpose. And there's a lot of talk about purpose and things like that in this chapter too. It was very interesting. Sad Boy Sazed is really tough to read, but at the same time, there was some good stuff that I pulled out of this. Like,
that flower. I mean, these 4 chapters comes up quite a bit. That flower picture comes up quite a bit, which I find interesting. I don't know if that's foreshadowing something.
Right.
We'll see what's going on there. Then, well, we're not there yet, but kind of there. But Vin trying to prop up Sazed.
Yeah, I mean, we're there. I mean, this is towards the end of the chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing her best, try to prop him up because he was the guy giving her like all the, support, especially as she became like, pseudo noblewoman
Right.
and everything. And he was like her, like, right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure she's like really depressed, or not depressed, but she's probably upset that she can't do more to help him in his time of need, like he was able to do in her time of need. Yeah, so all that's got to be really rough on the both of them. He's in a rough place, dark place, and she's not able to really pull him out of it. It's
Right.
like a friend, going through depression, though. It's like it's hard to just pull somebody.
It's easier for Vin because she's been through a lot of this herself. I think it's more tough if you've been there's someone that's never really experienced. Like everyone experiences depression, and I will die on that hill says that there's not a person on this earth that hasn't experienced some form of it, but like
absolutely
clinical depression, like where like not everyone experiences that. Like where you don't even want to get out of bed, like you don't even want to you're not motivated to do anything, and your self-worth is nothing. And that happens to a lot of people too, but not everybody. It's easier to talk with someone that's been there than just, I talk about, I've done therapy stuff before in my past life. I talked to a therapist. Like you can always tell when a therapist hasn't been through some of the stuff because they're like, oh yeah, like I've been trained on this. Like, yeah, but you haven't been there. Like, I don't care what you read in a book. Like,
they're regurgitating you chapter 27 of like such and such as book, and it's like, okay, sure.
Based off this theory,
yeah. And certain organizations do that better, like where they'll hire people that have been through it. And so just thoughts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think he's just working. That stuff you have to work through, and you can't always work through it. And you never know how long it's going to take, but it's like all you can really do is just let them know you're there, right, for them. And that's kind of what Ben's doing. I think she's approaching it well because like, he's like, well, what am I? I'm just like chief ambassador. And Ben's like, no, like you're way more than that. That's a title. Like you're Sazed, and I know all the stuff you've told me, all the things you've helped me with, man. Don't ever forget who you are.
Right.
And I think that kind of stuff is helpful, but still, I mean, when you're the person in that state, it's just one of those things you kind of have to work through. And like you said, Alan, like therapy can help, but it kind of takes a prescription of multiple different things,
right.
Exercise, healthy lifestyle, like
a good core group of friends to like lift you up. And that's where Vin is. I mean, she's in that core group of friends that like they come in there. Because if you're talking to someone that's deeply depressed, they don't even want to see their friend. And the person that shoves themselves into your life anyway, it's like, no, listen, I'm going to be here with you. Like, you're going to try to shove me away, and I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
You need to talk to me right now.
I love the fact that she said, and going back to what Will said, she was like, you're Sazed, and it was full stop. It wasn't like, you're Sazed and you do these things. It was like, you're Sazed, boom, that's enough.
Right.
You are just Sazed. And that by virtue of you being you is what makes you amazing. Yeah. And I mean, and that was like the greatest line in that chapter. She was like, but you're Sazed. That's it. That's all that's important. Loved it. So she's doing her best, to help. Is. Yeah. But she's also, again, young lady doing her best. So good for her.
She's 19, 20 years old at this point, maybe 18.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's not old.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think she's 18 in this book.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and that's it for this chapter. Yeah, gets the flower and kind of wraps this chapter up. And then we're about to get to Alondo's favorite character. A chapter all about Alondo's favorite character.
I got notes.
I'm sure you do. So you guys ready for chapter 11?
Let's go.
Yes.
I love this chapter, and I love this character. I would die on that hill as well.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one thing.
Okay.
Breeze had a parasol attached to his saddle.
Yeah.
What a baller move.
Hold on, let me get my dueling cane out for that. My dear man, Breeze.
He had a parasol attached to his saddle. I was like, that's the frilliest nobleman maneuver of all time.
It's Breeze. What did you expect?
I can't, and I'm trying to picture it in my head, the parasol coming off the back.
Well, he's not galloping. I mean, he's taking a nice little canter or saunter on his.
Oh, that thing was hilarious though. I loved it. Sorry, let's move on.
Yeah, we did kind of skip over Breeze and that whole thing, talking about how he wishes the ash was like red or green.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, let's go back to that.
And he started talking about the colors. He was like, it used to be brown, but now it's black. He's like, it should be red or green.
At least it's like angry.
Yeah.
Like now it's just depressing. Like, yeah. Anyways, if you hear my dog in the background, she's having a dream right now, so she's doing little puppy whimpers.
Oh, I love that when they do that whole thing.
Yeah, she's running and doing little whimpers. She's chasing rabbits, so you might hear in the background. Yeah, she's still out cold. So chapter 11.
Yes.
All right. The first contract spoke often by the Kandra was originally just a series of promises made by the first generation to the Lord Ruler. They wrote these promises down, and in doing so, codified the first Kandra laws. They were worried about governing themselves independently of the Lord Ruler and his empire. So they took what they had written to him, asking for his approval. He commanded it to be cast in steel, then personally scratched his signature at the bottom. This code was the first thing that the Kandra learned upon wakening from his or her life as a Mist Wraith. It contained commands to revere earlier generations, simple legal rights granted by each Kandra, provisions for creating new Kandra, and the demand for ultimate dedication to the Lord Ruler. Most disturbingly, the first contract contained provisions which, if invoked, would require the mass suicide of the entire Kandra people.
So again, they answer one of my questions I had from last episode. I was like, where do they come from? Ruined mystery. It's just like right here. It's like,
it's right.
Another epigraph. It's like, hey, Alondo, I know you wanted to have a mystery. Mystery solved. I was like, okay, got you. You got me. All right.
A bag of antlers. That's where they come from.
Yep, bag of antlers.
Bag of antlers.
There you go. Placenta bag of antlers. Okay.
So there's a couple of interesting things to say here. When they're awakened, is how they say from his or her life as a Mist Wraith.
Yeah.
It's the first thing. So, it doesn't get into the details on how they're created, but says they are created. How to create new Kandra.
Yeah, it's like a self-awareness or something must happen.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
I don't have much more than that.
Yeah. So we're back in where we left off last time with Alondo's favorite character, as we're going to call him from now on, TenSoon. It's going to get old fast, isn't it? Do you still not like him after this?
Oh, I still don't like him.
Okay. Thought maybe you'd come around a little bit.
I'm going to tell you right now, me and, what's his name? Kanpar? Kanpar, me and him are in agreement, dude. I'll tell you right now. I'm lambasting that dude. I'm putting him on the witness stand, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to rip you a new one.
So they're in front of the entire council. The way this chamber, I guess, is set up is you have all the second generation around judging them, and then up top in these enclaves is where the first generation sits, and they can't see any of them.
I see that comment. IPA. There you go.
Eva says deserved better. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, because I get it. He was like third generation, but they still had known each other, unless I'm mistaken,
for hundreds of years.
700 years they had known each other.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But he was ordered to as well. And he can't break the contract.
They about to bring out some loophole nonsense here, and I'm not buying it. I'm not feeling it. Sorry.
It's like this video's lawyered.
Sorry. No, hashtag justice for Orseer.
Well, all right. So we start the interrogation. Kanpar interrogates TenSoon. The first thing they bring up is killing Orseer. That's your first reason why we're going to judge you.
Which shook me. I thought for sure they were going to jump right into the whole thing about, oh, you betrayed us by telling the secret.
Well, they didn't want everybody else to know that now people know. Like that's where TenSoon had a little ace in his pocket, is because they're trying to hide it, the fact that their secret's out.
Right. But the fact that this whole chapter basically focuses on Orseer being killed, not about the fact that this secret has been, the cat's out the bag on the secret.
Right.
I was like waiting for that. I was like, geez, they're really dancing around this a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's how they start. And, TenSoon just replies, he is compelled to obey the contract. Like it says we can't kill humans, but it's just nothing about other Kandra.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told to. And he's like, you didn't argue? He's like, I'm always taking a policy not to argue with my masters. That's just, the way he's like, and he kind of throws his little jibes back. It's like, your second generation never leave and take contracts. So, you guys don't even know how it works out there.
Yeah. You know what it's like out here in these streets?
Yeah. You don't know. It's rough out here, man.
It's rough out here.
And Kanpar even brings up, this is a really, really horrible precedent to start. Kandra killing other Kandra could lead to their extermination. If people find out that that's a loophole within the contract that you can kill each other, then this weakens the Kandra, and this is not good. Like, he counters the argument about them taking a contract with Kelsier. Orseer taking a contract, that was his counterpoint that he eventually brings up. And he's like, you say all this about the first contract, and you disobeyed that. You willingly took a contract on someone trying to kill father. And that's a direct violation of the first contract. So,
and my man almost broke out and admitted, but it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we got paid.
We got paid. And he tried to blow it off. He's like, there's been tons of people that say they're going to try to kill the Lord Ruler. We didn't believe that actually would succeed. Like, of course we take the money. Like, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, kind of thing. And then it switches to Kanpar then asking TenSoon why he broke the contract with Zane and helped Vin. And this is where TenSoon kind of sits back for a little bit. And he's like, well, Vin killed the Lord Ruler, therefore she's mother now. And like, there's a quietness that comes across the entire hall. Like, and they're like, this is blasphemy. Like, this isn't, this is it. You're done. Like, we're gonna go ahead and judge you. And they're telling them to shut up at this point and tell them not to speak anymore. And they start arguing and talking over each other. And then finally, TenSoon gets frustrated, just blurts out, he goes, the real reason why you want to kill me, the real reason, I told her everything. I told her all her secrets. I told her how she could take control of us. And the reason why I was able to do, the reason why I broke contract is because she took full control of me, and she can take full control of all of you guys now. So it just lets the secret out, and like everybody's like,
Will you buy this argument? I'm not buying this argument. I wasn't buying it. I mean,
so I feel like I see what TenSoon's trying to do. Like going back to his point, like, you guys don't know what it's like out there. It's kind of allegorical to a lot of things that go on in today's world with all these like old ass politicians that no idea what the hell's going on and just sit back in their comfy chairs and make decisions that they think is going to benefit whoever. I don't know. And so, I mean, I don't really have the hate on TenSoon for the whole Orseer thing. Like, I don't know. I guess I get it. He's trying, I think, to shift. I think he's trying to shift their whole paradigm and say, look, guys, like, the world's changed. Lord Ruler's dead. Like, it's really bad out there. And, like, you're not going to last long if you don't accept this. And I think he's kind of taking a risk for the greater good. But I don't know. It was crazy how that whole event shook out. But yeah, I guess I feel a little remorse for Orseer, but you know, I'm also a little colder in that sense, where I'm like, all right, it happened. Let's move on. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
I guess my thing though, right here is the part I'm not the math don't math for me is Lord Ruler is killed. That automatically makes Vin the new lady in charge. I'm like that. The equivocation is
when you kill Caesar, you take control. Like you're the new ruler now. Like,
yeah,
so
that is like
basically,
kind of a stretch.
based on that logic, everybody who's assassinated a president automatically becomes president, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. No.
If you're Sirhan, you go up and you shoot, boom, gotcha, McKinley, president.
Oh, in American, yeah, that doesn't work out. But in a lot of countries, you have like generals that'll go up and throw coups, and that's
Okay,
and then
yeah.
whoever throws the coup is now the new leader. I mean, that's
Well,
that does happen. It's a
yeah, or the Japanese dude that killed the emperor with that makeshift gun made out of like freaking toilet paper rolls. I know I'm exaggerating here, but yeah,
that's how it works in the mafia too. You take out the mafia boss, you're now the new mafia boss. Like,
I mean, that's a good point. I have seen The Godfather.
yeah, that's how this works. This is the Contra is the mafia. All right,
The Cosa Nostra.
Yeah, and Lord Ruler was Godfather. You know, he made the Contra an offer they couldn't refuse.
That's right. That's right. Kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Got
They
it.
got taken out. So, you know, whoever took him out, that's the new Godfather. That's who we found out to now. Like,
okay. See your logic. I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
Good times. Well, any thoughts about the Godfather theory?
No, I've been thinking about prosciutto and cheese.
Oh, nice.
He's on that food action.
Yeah.
I've been doing nothing but eat and drink water for that. So.
He's over there like, hey, can I get a cannoli?
Hey.
Dude, I had some good stromboli for dinner on Friday night. It was delicious. Talk about Italian food.
Hey, there you
Good
go.
stromboli.
My weakness is a calzone. A good calzone.
Yeah, one of my friends had his 40th birthday party on Friday night, and they ordered like from a local pizza joint, not like one of these like Domino's, like a good stromboli, like a big platter.
Nice. There you go.
Good
The
stuff.
gabagool.
The
gabagool. It's good stuff.
Recommended by Joey Bag of Donuts.
So yeah, what do you think about TenSoon revealing the secret to everybody? I mean, that was like earth shattering to the Contra. Like, you know, this is like
not just revealing the secret, but revealing the fact that he's revealed the secret. So it's like he reveals that he revealed.
Right. Yeah.
And then gave like all this circular logic.
And then said, like, yeah, now we have to accept her as mother because like she knows. So like she's now in charge. She knows.
Yeah, but he said it. He admitted though. He said there's a good possibility she's already told other people, and I'm like, that logic don't logic either.
But she kind of has a little bit with Ellen, I think. I mean, at least with the Colos.
Well, sure. I mean, but I don't understand why. Okay, if she's the mother, then you would think that she would retain all that knowledge for herself.
Sure.
In his argument, he even admitted the fact she's probably told other people.
Right.
And I'm like, well, if she's the mother, why would she tell other people she's going to protect?
Yeah.
All the Conjure anyway.
Yeah. Well, then everything gets quiet and says, "Well, we'll wait for the first generation to give judgment," and then there's just crickets for a couple of seconds. It's like
they're all on toilets. They were doing. I don't even know if they're even paying attention. We have no idea. Them jokers up in there smoking spliffs in the back.
They're so old. They're just in there sleeping. Like, don't care about what's going on here. Like,
man, they can't get out of their what's the beds they used to have? Like what's the beds that like
the Chase Lounge or Chase,
something like that. Whatever they can't get out of the bed. They're like whatever.
Well, they've become so old and so gluttonous in their old age. They're basically, rather than taking a form of a human, they're just like all giant, like old Jabba the Hutts.
Oh,
like just like sitting around, just like
definitely. That's literally how I thought of in my head. And it's like a little like birdo.
Yeah. So does that make Kanpar the Salacious Crumb or whatever?
Or what's the other guy's name? The weird guy with
The rap. He got
That
killed
creepy
by the
bastard.
Mandalorian.
he got killed by the Mandalorian. And,
Oh, not the Mandalorian. He got killed by
Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett. Yeah.
I want to say Kit Fitzhugh, but he's Fitzhugh is the Jedi.
That's the smiling Jedi.
Yeah, he's smiling Jedi. What's his name? Fortuna.
Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna.
Bib.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bib. B-I-B. Bib Fortuna. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
There you go. That's his name. I didn't have to wait for chat. My Star Wars knowledge creeped back into my head.
Nice.
Salacious Crumb is my favorite Star Wars character.
Oh yeah, definitely. I told my son that. So my son got into Star Wars for a while. He's not as much into a Star Wars phase right now because he's into Pokemon. But whenever he'd ask me like, "Who's your favorite Star Wars character?" I would always say Salacious Crumb, and he's like, "Who's that?" And I show him pictures. Like, "Why, Dad?" I'm like, "Ah!"
You heard him laugh?
It's my favorite named Star Wars character, Salacious Crumb. Anyways, yeah, so it's silence, and Compart is like, they have not spoken, therefore they pass the judgment to us. We will pass judgment in 1 month's time. And TenSoon's just like, why wait? Like,
wait, you can wait a month to pass judgment. You couldn't wait 10 seconds for these like level 1 dudes to say something. Generation 1. He was like, okay, let's see what they say. Well, 4 seconds went by.
Yeah. I hear nothing up there. All right, so
I think the girl or whatever that
Milan
TenSoon's got a thing with, she's gonna come from the rear and I think help out in some way in the coming chapters. Theory time.
Okay, Milan's
I
gonna
love
play
theory time.
Gonna play a big role. Okay. I like that. I like that.
I love theory time. Yes.
I like that a lot.
I mean, they got a month to figure it out, so hopefully somebody.
Yeah, all kinds of time.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so you guys ready to move on to chapter 12?
Yep.
See.
Any other thoughts from this trial? Any other thoughts about anything discussed? Anything we breezed over? And Alondo, see you have some notes. You still hate TenSoon apparently, but
yeah. So this chapter is the second time we heard the word preservation, but it was said by them specifically. And even though, like you said, Alan, it was like you said it was in quotes or capitalized. In the first chapter in 10. In this chapter, it's said again, and the way that it is said makes it very, very clear. Preservation is something, not just like, you know, the general act of preservation. It's like there's a thing, preservation. And I had that here. It's like preservation. I had it quotes and question mark.
Yep.
What is it? Let's see. And then they refer to the resolution. Yeah. And the resolution sounds like it's like the way it's referred to is like it's a preordained act of some sort. We don't know what it is. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the book resolution is also like capitalized or something, because they refer to it like it's just like event.
It's part of their prophecy. They have their own prophecies.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's an event that they think it's going to happen. So I had written down about resolution as well. So preservation, quotes, capitalization, whatever, and then resolution. So those two things I'm paying much attention to. Yeah.
I mean, going back to the last book, Will Ascension, the first time we hear preservation, it's when the Contra's talking. They say, you know, they're talking about being of preservation in ruin. They're using the same sentence by TenSoon when talking about something.
And see, the thing is, though, those are such common and basic words that as an audiobook listener, I didn't pay much attention to. But now it's come up again, and the cadence and the way it's said, I'm like, okay, these are important words or concepts or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's only a note I had.
All right. So, chapter 12. Rashik moved the Well of Ascension, obviously. It was very clever of him. Perhaps the cleverest thing he did. He knew that the power would one day return to the well. For power such as this, the fundamental power by which the world itself is formed does not simply run out. It can be used and therefore diffused, but it is always renewed. So, knowing that rumors and tales would persist, Rashik changed the very landscape of the world. He put the mountains in what would become the north and named the location Terrace. Then he flattened his true homeland and built his capital there. He constructed his palace around that room in the heart, the room where he would meditate. The room was a replica of old hovel of Terrace, a refuge created during the last moments before his power ran out. So that little shack in the middle of the room was just a replica of like the old hovels of Terrace, where he would go and hang out because it reminded him of home.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much that he moved the well itself. It sounds like he just flattened everything around it and then moved what Terrace used to look like up to the north, and then displaced everyone and said that's Terrace now. And I think that's what I'm reading it right. But anyway, he changed the geography everywhere. He said mountains there, flattened there. Let's just.
I feel like he moved the well though. I really do.
Yeah, it did say he moved the well. Yeah, it said Rashik moved the well.
Yeah. So I mean. Of course, you got that kind of power. You can move worlds.
You
and
can move
stuff.
everything. Yeah,
sure. You can move the. I really feel like listening to that epigraph. It really, and this is I might be going like way off base here.
Mm-hmm.
The scene when Vin walked in and saw him like in his older form and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that the well only renews, and there's, said later, like maybe every 1,000 years,
Right.
possibly. If the well renewed around the time that Vin got there, that means it was, if he had the power, I don't know how long the power lasts, but it was about to renew. And that means he was probably at his weakest at the time. Yeah, yes, I love that song too. I got the power. Anyway, so there's a good possibility she was able to defeat him because he might have been at his weakest point right then, because it was about time for the well to renew. I don't know. In my head, that's how all this is kind of coming together. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but that's the way I see it.
Sure. Okay. Interesting.
Theory time.
So we start chapter 12. Ellen and Vin discuss how members of Kelsey's crew are losing hope and what they can do about it. So that's kind of how, they're just, having this conversation just about how, things aren't great. The mist is growing stronger. They don't really have a clear plan on what to do.
Yeah.
Next. I mean, they know, the very next thing is to go try to go back to Set's homeland and find this last cache or whatever. But that's as far as their plan. But that's not it's banking a lot on this being an end all plan where they,
And I love the fact that Set says the same thing I said last episode, which is if that cache was in Set's domain
the entire time,
and Set was like, it was right under my nose. That's exactly what I said last episode. I was like, that just doesn't make sense to me. How is it possible that could be there and he not know? It just doesn't. Again,
sure.
The math don't math. That's
sure.
what I'm saying.
So you're saying the ATM's not going to be there? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay.
If it is there, I mean, maybe it's behind the secret wall, behind the secret wall, behind the secret wall, behind your grandmama's panties. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm saying otherwise.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. Interesting. So anything else from this conversation about the whole crew losing hope? About she talked about Sazed as well, that she's worried about Sazed. Vin says.
I liked how they described the seating arrangements and how Breeze was like as far away from Set as possible because he was still throwing insults and occasionally knives at him.
Set be coming at him.
Oh,
I forgot about that. Thank you, Will, for bringing that up. Because he be throwing them slings and arrows, man.
Yeah.
I cannot remember. He called him the. Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
He had a nickname for him. I wish I had written it down.
Oh yeah, because this is after they call. So Ellen convenes the council of Vin, Lord Set, Breeze, Elrion, Hammond, Demu, Janorum, and Sazed.
Oh, what does Set call Breeze though? He calls him like the rot. I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's so good though. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I didn't remember that, and I forgot to write it down. Oh well.
yeah.
I remember that too. Where was that?
I'm just
And
breezing through real fast.
Oh. He called him the idiot soother.
There it is!
Soother has a point.
Idiot sooner. And he is, because I love the fact he's validating him but insulting him at the exact same time, and I loved it.
Yeah,
The idiot soother has a point. I was like, yes, Set.
Yeah, Seth was like cussing up a storm in this chapter.
yeah.
Yes.
Really
Yes,
showing his
It's crotchetiness. He's Club's replacement.
Oh man. RIP.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
he did
just
say
so
Sorry, go ahead.
the main thing they're discussing here is the encroaching mist and the options for growing food, because as the mists are getting stronger and the ashfall is getting more, crops can't grow anymore, and they're going to be massive starvation soon, and that's going to be a big problem. So, they're trying to figure out, how do we go about this? How do we go to Fadrix, to the city there, and find this last cache? That there might be an army there that disposes them. And then Ellen's basically just comes to the point. It's like, what would Kelsier have done? And they have this nice little, how did Kelsier motivate you guys? And they kind of go back to he smiled.
Right.
That was his whole thing. Like, he would just
Kept it lighthearted. Yeah.
no matter what, even if we seemed like we were completely lost, he would still have a joke and a smile on his face.
I mean, this Joker got the life smacked out of him by the Lord Ruler.
and he died with a smile. on
Before
his face.
he died, he had a smile on his face. He
Mhm.
was like, and he was actually like, jabbing the Lord Ruler and everything right before he killed him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely the way that he operated.
What would Kelsier do?
They all wearing those wristbands.
Yeah, WWKD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was almost like because when Ellen and Ben at the very beginning are talking about how they're all losing hope and stuff, it was almost like it came full circle with Ellen saying that, because he kind of closes out that and saying, well, look, I need you guys to lead like Kelsier, be positive, because we need our people to see that too. So It's almost like the chapter started talking about losing hope, and then Ellen, because Ellen was kind of dismissive. She's like, well, we have bigger things to worry about right now. But then it was almost like he took what Ben said and then implanted it to the crew at the end of that meeting.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's the one that got them to kind of flip the way they were talking and start talking about how they could how they could change the dynamics of their conversations and their approach to the situation in general, because they were all sounding they were all sounding despondent, right? And so he's like, we got to flip this around, and good for him. That's the mark of a true leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
It echoes back to Kelsier's final dying words. Because Lord Ruler turned to Kelsier and said, well, what did he say? He said, I already killed you once. And he says, the thing that you hate most is that you can never kill what I am, hope. And that's when he gets backhanded, dies. So I am hope. And that's kind of like you said, they're talking about how hope's lost, and they kind of come full circle. Ellen comes around to, no, we still have that. We still have what Kelsier had. We still have it. Let's pull ourselves by our bootstraps, and let's get in this, figure out how we're going to defeat the mists, and a thing that a sword does not work on at all. How are we going to do this?
Right.
But they're going to try to figure it out. And it starts with going to Fadrix and taking on whatever army there is there. And there's a lot of talk about the churches survivor in this chapter as well. Of course, that's the new fad religion. All throughout the Fidel.
And they're talking about the ska that are there, and they kill the aristocracy. The what do they call it? I always call them the aristocracy, and they're not called the aristocracy. What do they call the
nobles?
The noblemen. Yeah,
the nobles.
They kill them, and but they're like they're putting their things together, and Ham is like, hey, this is what we gotta do, and then they get the information from Clubs is his nephew.
Spook.
Thank you. Yes, they get the information from him, etc. So they're getting their act together. Trying to kind of figure out how they're going to attack.
Where do you think they're going from here? I mean, I know this is more theory time than actually like it tells you anything.
I feel like at some point in time they're going to recognize it. It makes no sense to place hope and move troops around for that, especially when at the end of the day they still have to be considerate of this Koloss army that is definitely under the control of Ruin and has not moved, because they go on ad nauseum about the fact they're like killing each other and just sitting in this like one spot and they haven't been mobilized. That seems like you kind of try to make movements and stuff when you don't know what's going to happen with it. I think you said 200,000, maybe. I can't remember the numbers. That to me is a huge deal. I feel like going and chasing waterfalls at this new spot.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah,
some TLC.
I think it's like it's a great song.
It is,
but it's like the last clue they have. I think it's a good one. I just it's like, what happens if they get there and
it's a dead end?
Oh, it's another supply cache. Great, but
it's
still not going to get us through.
Another supply cache with the Lord Ruler's piss tainted water. That was hilarious. We were talking about that. About this guy might have like pissed in the water.
Yeah,
or whatever. just to spite us.
Yeah.
I just hope they Sanderson gets us to that point more quickly than it took us to see the actual siege of Luthadel, because I remember the build up to that took forever. So
we got about this much.
If it takes us that long to get to Phaedric City, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh no, Phaedric City, no.
I feel like the pacing on this book is so much better than the last book, and this is as a fellow non-reader of this book, reading it for the first time, I don't get the impression he's going to do the same ish that he did last book.
Drag it out to Phaedric.
Like you, I did not like the last book, dude. Oh, I hated it. I was like,
hate's a strong word.
I'm out.
It's still a good book. It's just not. It's not the same as the first. Like compared to like other fantasy books you read,
I'm definitely being facetious. I ain't gonna lie.
I think there's going to be some serious curveballs. There's going to be some serious curveballs.
Oh yeah, because we're being given a crazy amount of information, and I appreciate you saying that, Will, because I've been thinking this the whole time. We're getting a crazy amount of information at the beginning of this book. He's giving away stuff in the epigraphs now.
Right.
I'm like, that's odd. I was like, he's telling us in the epigraphs how the planet gets moved, how the mists, how the ash is formed, how the plants and everything has been changed. This is too much information at the beginning of a book. We're about to get the whole thing is going to flip for some reason. We don't know why. And I feel like it's going to be like, like mind-blowing, earth-shattering information is going to get thrown at us real quick. So I agree with you, Will.
Okay.
It's also interesting how they talk about Phaedric City being so heavily fortified, and it's going to be an actual siege that they have to go on the offensive, which they haven't really done before. So maybe what's in Phaedric City is something profound other than just a supply cache. But yeah, I also just want to mention, we talked about the crops and the mists, but also like the theme of like colors, with Breeze just talking about how he wishes the ash was different colors, the absence of colors in the ash and the plants and the mist taking over everything. I feel like that could be foreshadowing, and that something's going to happen to kind of clean the mists out, maybe, I hope, and bring some color back in the world.
Sure.
Could happen. Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Raffo.
Of course.
Yep. Sure, it could happen.
Anytime.
It could happen. You guys ready for the final chapter for tonight? Chapter 13.
Oh,
Make it happen.
It's a short one, but poor Marsh. So
No. You say poor Marsh. All I'm going about is that epigraph.
the short epigraph. Okay.
So the epigraph.
Let me read it first, and then we'll go through it. So, hemalurgy, it is called, because of the connection with to blood. Is not a coincidence, I believe, that death is always involved in the transfer of powers via hemalurgy. Marsh once described it as a messy process. Not the adjective I would have chosen. It's not disturbing enough. It's
all right. So all I picked up off of this is because we know when Marsh is exposed to hemalurgy, right? Definitely later in book 2. I mean, it's got to be like after he tried to talk to Sazed and talked about, him like actually coming into Luthadel, right? That means because at the next time that you see Marsh is like completely under the control of Ruin. That means this epigraph is written when Marsh recovers from whatever he's going through. At some point in time, he must get soundness of mind to be able to recount what hemalurgy is. And I'm like, that means Marsh is coming back. I don't know when. We don't know when, but that means that this epigraph has foretold Marsh coming back at some point in time, even if it's just briefly, come back to the fold long enough to explain what this is, so that way it can be recorded. Boom. Marsh is coming back. Excited. Wrote it in my iPad. 3 exclamation points. Boom. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting thoughts. And good picking up breadcrumbs there. I guess this is more on the nose, though. Obviously, if you think about it, actually, yeah. But we're in Marsh's point of view in this chapter. He's just sitting there amongst the Colossus, just thinking about Kelsier and Mare, and how he once was the leader of the Ska Rebellion, and how much he had done. And here was Kelsier, just came out of nowhere and took over and did what he never could do. And there's a tad bit of jealousy in all this, but at the same time, of
course, they love the same woman.
Yeah, they love the same woman. But also the jealousy around the whole Ska Rebellion. Like, I mean, he had tried for years to do what Kelsier succeeded in doing. And then now he's looking under control of Ruin, like, now what's his life? Like, he did all this. He sacrificed basically his entire life. He sacrificed himself for this cause, became an Inquisitor, not knowing what he was getting himself into. And now is in this state of, I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do. And he says, even if I start having these thoughts, he says, I can have the thoughts because Ruin can't see my thoughts. But as soon as I lift my pinky to do anything of the sorts, Ruin immediately takes control.
Yeah, all he wants is to just get that daggone.
Yeah, but if he starts to move towards it, immediately he gets out of control.
Yep.
And he kind of comes up with the idea that maybe what I'll do is I'll just keep on do what he wants me to do, and let his guard go down. Because if I keep on struggling, it's futile. I can't just keep struggling against Ruin. But maybe if I can just keep being a good soldier for long enough, he'll start to let his guard down. And then when the moment will come when Ruin doesn't expect it, he'll make a move. He doesn't say what the move will be, but he just says, some critical moment when Ruin's least expected it. Think it's a good plan?
What else can he do? I mean,
you don't know what he's going to do, but I don't think Marsh knows what he's going to do. He just says, "For now, I'm just going to be a good soldier. Right. I'm just going to do what I'm supposed to do."
It's a plan.
It's a plan. How far is this going to take Marsh though into the dark, off the deep end though, like being compliant?
Unfortunately, like I say, I read the epigraph. I feel like I know what the end is going to be.
Okay.
That means I don't really have a lot of. I'm going to hold on, but I have this sneaky suspicion it'll all be all right.
But
I'm not saying he's going to survive.
How many feet of shit did Andy Dufresne had to crawl through in order to become free?
A lot. A lot. That's the reason why he's going to do the pose at the end of the rain. Be like, and it rained down and washed all that shit and filth off of him.
Good old Shawshank Redemption.
Definitely. Definitely.
He's going to have to crawl through a lot of shit, though.
Oh, yes.
And how is that going to affect him, though? I mean, along the way. I mean,
like he's not already been affected by all the stuff up until now. I mean,
how many spoons were used?
How many? Oh, quite a few. All I think of that scene in Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Yeah.
And he was doing the same thing. He was like, emptying like the pockets of sand, and then he's like on top of the pitcher's mound, and the pitcher's mound is like way up high. Yeah. It's that many spoons, by the way.
Yeah.
However high that pitcher's mound was in Naked Gun 33 and a third, that's how many spoons.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts about?
I didn't have anything else. I'm excited. Go ahead, Will.
He's got more spikes in him now, and I'm just imagining.
Yeah, 10 more spikes, I think it was.
Walking dude with just spikes in and out of him.
Yeah, he's gonna turn into like a porcupine.
Yeah, but he's super powerful. So if he does continue down this road, like, is he just gonna start doing really bad stuff?
Yeah, and some of these spike placements sound like they make no sense. By the way,
yeah.
It just said he was like one of the most powerful Inquisitors out there now.
Right, which is why he has like the largest Koloss faction that he's aligned with right now.
Right.
Yeah. He's definitely going to be the downfall. Whatever happens, he's going to have a huge impact on Ruin's army. Period.
Yeah.
No question. That's not even theory time. It's just it's set up, right? Whatever happens with him, it will have a huge impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to read that chapter like 3 times because I just couldn't focus on it.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't get in line with Marsh and his way of thinking that chapter. So
yeah.
That's all I had.
It's a little disjointed because he's like struggling to like, wrestle with his mind right now. I can understand that. I can understand how that might have been challenging. I mean, I feel like this is one of those chapters I really feel like I'm better served with the audiobook than you are with reading the book itself. I think it really frames it pretty well.
I also had just eaten a burrito from Qdoba, so maybe I just Qdoba, but
now how are their burritos and stuff? Is it good?
It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never had one. I've never eaten anything from there.
Qdoba's?
I've never.
It's like Chipotle or Moe's.
Yeah, but I've just never. It's never come up. I've never stressed about it. But I'm like always curious. So I'm like, they must be doing something right because I see them all over the place when I travel.
Yeah, they got them in Richmond, but they don't have them down here.
Right. So I see them in like Richmond, and I saw one in DC. I saw one in course, Baltimore. I saw them West Coast too. Not maybe California. No, was it California? Anyway, I travel West Coast as well, and I know I saw. No, it was definitely Denver. I saw one in Denver for sure. Yeah, but I can't remember where else. But anyway, just wanted.
Yeah, it's like Chipotle. Their queso is pretty good. Their adobo chicken is pretty good.
Okay.
But we were just being lazy and got it delivered through Uber Eats or whatever.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it was convenient.
I remember we got excited because he started showing Jack in the Box commercials here in Hampton Roads. And I was like, wait, y'all are bringing Jack in the Box to Hampton Roads? I think they made like one Jack in the Box. It was like an hour and a half away or whatever it was. And I was like, I'm not going there. I think it was the other side of Short Pump or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. I was like, I'm not traveling there for some fast food.
Yeah, I've never done Uber Eats or DoorDash until last week's my first time ever doing DoorDash. Just because I just go pick it up. Like I just don't want to.
I thought for sure with you being, family man, all the kiddos.
One of us will watch the kids, the other one will go pick up the food. Like it's not a big deal. Like
yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
a big deal. Like I just go do it.
Yeah.
And so we had gift cards that someone bought us for Christmas for DoorDash. So we were like, my wife and I were like, let's just order some stuff for DoorDash because we have the gift. It's free. It doesn't cost us anything. And of course, the first time we do it, get a horrible experience. They gave us the wrong food.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went online to like tell them we got the wrong food, and we got a message back immediately saying like, because of the news of your account, we reviewed it, and therefore we are not going to refund your account nor give you a new order. Like apparently people like will create accounts and then like say that to get free food, but like, we're not going to refund you or anything like that. So just deal with what you got. And we're like,
that's
but this is not.
You'll eat it. You'll like it.
Look at this Thai food. It was still good, whatever it was. It wasn't what we ordered.
Enjoy your poopy diaper meal.
It was steak, which is fine.
I was like, unfortunately, the kids didn't eat, but me and Happy ate, so it's all good.
It was fine. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, no, it was just one of those things where I was like, really, guys? You just like great customer service there. Yeah, just like, screw you guys. Like, we're not going to refund you or anything like that, but it's not what we want. Like, but all right, whatever.
So the wifey has the DoorDash Plus or Plat Pass, whatever it is, where we get like free like delivery fees and stuff, because she orders through them all the time. Because it has been said in my household for years. I'm the cook, she is not. And when my sons were staying with me, back when they were like, like actual like children, not adults like they are now,
right?
She was like, I will not make you food, but I have a mean order finger. So she's like, I will order you the things.
Yeah. So apparently, like they base their refunds on how long you've had your account and how often you do this. So like,
that makes sense.
That makes sense because I'm sure people make emails up and just like try to do account. Like, I got the wrong order, free food. Like, and they're like, no, brand new account, didn't get shit.
I bet you scossthankiest@gmail.com is available right now. I can make an email right now,
but they will not refund you.
Exactly. And I will go out there.
Track history first before they refund you.
So first, I'm going to order one peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then after that, I'm going to order like the biggest like steak meal ever and get a refund for it.
Refund. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Just order a bunch of ramen and then just order like something.
And it's just so I have a steak dinner and then get basically get it for free.
Yeah, there you go.
With the two orders.
Scam you know we're live. And now you're incriminating yourself. So fraud.
Yeah, but they won't know. They don't track. Look, nowhere on here.
No one's listening to us.
It doesn't. Nowhere on here does it say. It doesn't say scottsnakiest@gmail.com. Got him. Ooh, for the win. Finger guns.
There you go. That's awesome. So at JordanCon, I'm gonna order a bunch of DoorDash, and then when we get to JordanCon, I'm gonna order like everything for
me and
everyone.
Alan. That first night on Thursday, we're gonna go fat boy it up, and then we're gonna refund everything. Bam!
Anyone want to come to our hotel room? We're gonna have
boom. Exactly.
Free food everywhere.
Yep. 1,000 PBJs. Boom.
I'm kidding, by the way. Do not come for me for free food. The con has free food. It's included in your con ticket. You can go to the con suite.
That's right. That's right.
I will get you all the fried chicken you want from the con suite.
Chicken and waffles.
There you go.
He's gonna make it happen. Alan's gonna make it happen.
I'll make it happen. I'll go down to the con suite and just fill up some plates. Anyways. Yeah, so that's how we end with just basically Marsh going over his plan, and that's how we end part 1. It's not as cliffhanger as some of these other parts we've ended on.
Yeah, I found it interesting. I really thought it was gonna be like cliffhangery, like the other ones have.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just kind of like
Okay.
we're gonna do something else. So we're gonna start part 2 next time, which is gonna be Cloth and Glass. Cloth and Glass is the name of part 2. Which
My wife orders a bunch of stuff, stationery stuff, from Cloth and Paper. Very similar. Similar.
Okay.
We'll see.
But before we get to that, favorite character?
It's my boy that was challenging TenSoon. What's his name again?
Kanpar.
Thank you. That's my boy. I'm like, get him.
Of course.
Yes. Bring the hate.
Well,
It fuels my soul.
Can't talk. Favorite character?
We'll go with Set for just
Nice.
being obnoxious.
Okay.
Just being obnoxious.
Set talk about the idiot
The idiot soother and
Soother.
poisoning the food and pissing in the water. That was on one.
Set was on another level.
So I was going to go with my dear boy Breeze, but because you went Kanpar, I'm picking TenSoon.
Ah! Savage.
My boy TenSoon.
Yeah, that's savage. All right. We'll see what happens in a month.
Uh-huh. And he turns into a Tens Goop.
That's right.
Gloop.
When he makes ramen noodles out of your boy. We'll see what happens then.
Could you cook with Sonic with Conjure Goop? Could
I
you?
am sure you can. Look, I have seen other things made with antlers, dude. I'm just saying. Antler bags, delicious.
Yeah,
All right.
a bone broth is a thing, man. That bone broth is
Look,
a thing.
Just put some MSG on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nom,
We use that. My wife, it sticks so bad. My wife does, like whenever we get like a rotisserie chicken or anything with bones, she'll save all the bones and like clean the bones, put them in broth and like boil them for like an entire day. It stinks so bad, but it makes for a great base when you're doing soups and stuff like that.
Where is your button where he says, "Look at the bones"?
The bones. I need that button, but she'll make
Come
bone
on.
broth all the time, and it's really good base. Like when you're trying to like,
Oh,
make
it's
great base.
look. Anytime you're making a broth, you always use the bones. It's gonna always be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That slow cook,
Uh-huh.
the whole, and it makes the whole house smell. Chef's kiss, amazing. Yeah,
That's what you want to call it. Smell.
Oh no, it's good smell. I'm not. No. If it ain't smelling right, you're doing something wrong.
Not when you're just doing the bones. Like when you do
yes,
actually.
it does. Ooh, it's
Okay.
always good.
All right.
I mean, unless now, if you're cooking bones into a broth and it smells bad, maybe let the bones.
Once you're cooking the actual, using the broth to cook the soup, like, but to make the actual broth, I never like that process. But yeah, it's
Really? Oh
I did.
shoot,
That's
I
just
love
personal.
it.
Yeah.
I cut a bunch of carrots into it.
Well,
and
so she just
onions.
she doesn't cook anything. She doesn't put anything else into it. She just makes the broth, like just the base broth.
Oh
So it's just
no, you gotta-
bones.
No, add
Yeah,
some
just
carrots to that.
bones. Just bones.
Carrots,
Just like the
celery.
bones.
Look. Look at the bones. Yeah, put some carrots, put some celery, put some onions in that joint. Like
Yeah.
the what's it called? The Trinity. Put that in there.
Yeah, she'll just make the clear bone broth, just bone broth, and then freeze
Bone
it, and then
broth.
use that to then use it for a base for soup. But then put the carrots and
Okay.
stuff when you make the soup, like, but
Yeah.
like
okay.
freeze just the raw bone broth to then use for later to cook.
Yeah, I feel like you need to add a little stuff into that.
Broth.
You might want to listen to me on that one. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I
listen
come home, I
to-
know she's cooking bones. I'm like, oh, it's the bones again.
Oh no! Oh shoot! If it's already smelling bad, I ain't want to eating it.
It's good once it's all together. Like you said, once you mix it all together, it's great. But like
Oh,
by
okay.
itself, the
Okay.
bones aren't great. Like, anyway,
Oh.
that's anyway.
All right.
Call it conjure stew.
Conjure stew.
Oh, conscious. Will
Yeah.
always.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
I will never hear bone broth again and not think
Conjure
conscious stew
stew.
now
Conjure stew.
for the rest of my life.
Conjure stew.
Thank you, Will.
Mm.
Conjure stew.
Is Pythos listening? We need to make that to a drink. Conjure stew.
Oh,
you know.
Pythos should have been here because I had a chocolate old fashioned. I mean, I went all in on this
that
old
looks good.
fashioned. Oh, it was good. It still
Conjure
smells
stew.
good too.
I,
Anyway.
Zool, I made stew tonight, but conjure stew.
Oh, wait.
You got to put. It has to be a little Italian. So like maybe like what's the Italian soup?
Don't say gabagool.
No, not gabagool. It starts with S. It has potatoes and Italian sausage.
I can't think of minestrone, but I don't know what the S is.
I can't. Anyways, it's something. It's Italian. My wife makes it. It's delicious. But
Italian stew with an S at the beginning.
Anyway.
Please, someone, anybody, Google
it.
Google the things, please. I'm so curious. I am like,
but because
uber curious
I think about Italian stew, you know, you add a little bit of vinegar in there for the acid. You know, trying to
what?
I'm saying for the acid, you kill the conjure.
What? You put vinegar in it?
No, you don't. You don't.
The guy was gonna say there is no Italian dish I've ever had that's been vinegar.
That has vinegar? Yeah, Italian doesn't have vinegar in it.
A lot?
Is it stracciatella?
That sounds right.
How do you say that? No, stracciatella.
That sounds right.
Okay, now I gotta look it up.
That sounds like right.
That doesn't have sausage in it though.
No, that's not it then.
Minestrone?
No.
That's what I thought was minestrone. That's the closest thing I could think of, but
The only Italian soup I've ever made is wedding soup. Wedding soup's good.
Let's see. It is. Now we're gonna sit there and try to figure this out.
oh no, we're gonna work on this because I can't. I will not sleep.
What's the name of it? Like I'm seeing Italian sausage potato soup, but it's not saying like the name of it. Did you see sausage soup?
But you said against the S,
It might be a C. It has an S sounding name.
and there's no pasta in it. Is it any?
No, there's no pasta in it.
No pasta, no rice, no nothing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'll ask my wife tomorrow, and I'll put it on
I
Discord.
just ended up on the Olive Garden website, so
The Olive Garden website.
The Olive Garden website.
That's
Well,
it. That's it. Spezzatino. I think that's it. That sounds right. That sounds exactly.
Spezzatino. I've never had that.
Let me see if that's it. It looks right.
It's
It's
Italian
beef.
beef.
That's beef stewed. She uses sausage though, but
Carrot, celery,
yeah, that's all.
olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
A pound of beef chuck, though. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's not right.
It doesn't sound right. It's every time I look it up, it's got beef.
No,
No sausage.
that's not it. It might be ciabatta. That might be right too.
I see. I love this. This is like the best scavenger hunt ever.
Let's see if that looks right.
That's all vegetables, though. I don't think I see.
That's ground meat.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
All I see is vegetables.
Swiss chard, some beans. Yeah, that sounds right. I'll ask my wife tomorrow, and I'll post it. And I'll post on Discord. How about
that? Thank you, Tara.
it's gabagool. It's
That's
the
what I
Cosmere
said.
Soup Club.
That's what I said at the beginning. I said gabagool.
It's called Conjure Stew. That's what it's called. All right.
It's Conjure Stew.
That's what it is. It's Conjure Stew.
There
Anyways.
you go. It's antler bag stew is what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we'll be doing 4 chapters, guys. 4
That's right.
chapters. 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yep. And I'll bring my recipe for antler bag stew.
Yeah. Before we do the Craziest chapter vlogs, we're gonna the following week we're doing, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters. Yeah, 7 chapters.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're
Yeah.
short chapters. Anyway.
I am too curious. I want to see a Discord started just for this stew. We're trying to figure out if we can get if we can get an item started.
Oh, it's definitely Zupa. That's definitely what it is. 100%
Zupa?
Zupa. Yeah.
Zupa
Toscana. Yeah.
Oh, Zupa Toscana.
Yeah, it's 100% what it is. I mean, look at the recipe now. It's 100%. Yeah, that's it.
And I can see why you would think S because Zupa.
Yeah.
S. I could get that easily. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen it written out. I just see it. Yeah. What?
Okay.
Disgusting. Yeah, she makes Zupa. That's it. That's 100% what it is. Yeah.
No, but I could easily see if I had something I had known that I had and it had a Z at the start, I could easily see myself misconstruing it and saying S.
I've never seen it written out. Just I've heard say it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me in the audiobooks on like.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's Conjure.
That's it. We found it.
Still this C, right?
It's 100% Zupa. I mean, I just looked at the ingredients online. That's 100% it. 100% it.
Cool. Yeah.
I sometimes do it without the kale, but yeah, same thing. But
everything about this is meshing up with exactly what you say.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my Zupa is an Olive Garden soup too. There you go.
Nice.
See, you're on the Olive Garden website. You didn't even see it. It's
I was onto something.
You're onto something. Yeah.
I know.
It's Conjure Stew. That's what it is. Zupa is now Conjure Stew.
So thanks for joining us on the Cosmere Stews.
On the Cosmere Stews. And go check out the latest recipe for Conjure Stew.
That's right.
And the Conjure Stew drink to go along with it.
That's right.
And how we can be found is at thecosmereads.com, where you'll find links to everything and not to our food pages. For that, you have to go to our Discord, because there actually is a thing called the Trollocs Cookpot. It's actually a whole channel.
I love our Discord, by the way. I don't respond often, but I get all the notifications and I read them all. And they are so funny and hilarious. Cats, all kinds of. I love y'all. Keep them coming. I love all of it. Yes.
Yeah, it's not quite as crazy as it used to be, but they still are some great stuff being shared all the time.
I don't respond, but I still read all my notifications.
Yeah,
and they're hilarious. Thank you guys.
Humble weather brag. People talk about the weather. And, it's great. The Trollocs Cookpot is actually the cooking section where people share dishes and drinks they make.
By the way, I was gonna post when we were in St. Lucia. I was so gonna post, and I was like, I can't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I was just like,
my personal favorite when I posted in the Trollocs Cookpot was the deboned chicken with breadcrumb crust with a tomato reduction. And it's just some chicken nuggets with ketchup.
Oh, I was talking about the humble weather brag when I was in St. Lucia. Like it was like 80 degrees, like
negative.
By the way, 79 degrees, cold season there. They were like, oh, some of us wear jackets. I was like, really? 79 degrees. You wear jackets. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. We have some listeners up in Calgary and also in different parts of Canada, and I'm like, no.
By the way,
can't pay me.
Canada's coming soon. I have never been to Canada in my entire life.
Neither have I.
Really? Okay. So it's not just okay. Will, you been to
New York?
I have not. Nope. A couple years back.
I've been to Mexico several times, and I've been to
I've been down south and all other places in the world. And I was like, why have I never been to Canada? So I think I need to get a trip lined up there.
Yeah, I think we need to make a Canada trip.
The neighbors to the north. Okay, get that up.
In the summer. I'm not coming right now, guys. That would not be coming in winter.
Alan vetoed that real quick.
Yeah, I'm not coming right now, guys. So,
I mean, he's
Okay.
already sick, so
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
no, not. I think it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is below 0 Celsius, and once it gets that cold around here, that's where I'm like, yep, this is cold enough.
Yep.
If you put a negative in front of it, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I want to hit up Canada. I mean, seriously. Now, of course, what's right above Seattle? Is that Vancouver?
Vancouver.
Yeah, I want to. That's going to be probably my first spot
Yeah.
because I love Seattle. I love Seattle. So
Yeah.
Vancouver's going to probably be my first Canadian spot.
Yeah. My parents have been to Canada a bunch of times, but my dad used to go fishing up there when we were kids. He'd go in the wintertime because he went ice fishing. I was like, no. Not doing it.
Wait, was he out there? So he was out there like doing the whole thing.
Well, he didn't drill it himself, but he went out there like someone else did it, and they went like a tourist group. It was like, they go out there and drill the hole for them. And
Right.
they have a nice little heated tent in the ice.
Yeah,
and
they. It's like a portable thing. They push out.
yeah,
there.
they push out there, and
Yeah.
and you're enclosed the entire time.
Mhm.
He did the ice fishing.
Good
Yeah.
for him.
That's cool. He did it when he brought back and then they caught a bunch of trout, and then he brought it. They smoked it there, and he brought it back. So we ate smoked trout when he got back from Canada.
Okay.
So, I remember that as a kid. Smoked trout. But anyways, yeah. So go find us on our website. Find links to everything. Go support us. Patreon, merchandise, all the cool stuff. And yeah. So that's all I got. So see you guys next week. Bye. Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
Gosh thanks, gosh, fresh. Gosh thanks, gosh, fresh.